Hi guys, we're back with lesson 3 of the clothesline painting, and this is the painting that we're going to reproduce. This is the painting I did myself. I did this painting, just made it up and had some fun that I teach in my art classes. So now I'm going to try to teach it here on YouTube. It's not going to be exactly the same because it's very difficult to do the same painting twice. So I'm just going to have some fun with it and show you some techniques. And you can change it up any way you want. You can have different colored trees, you can have different colored grass, water, whatever you want to do. It's your painting. Just follow along and have some fun with it, that's all. So we did some clouds and we did some grass. So what we're going to do now is, I'm just going to lighten that grass up a little bit more. Just trying to show you different layers of grass that you can put on there. So I'm just using the sap green. And I'm adding some yellow, and then I'm going to add a little bit of white, just so we can brighten it up a bit. Now, just a little bit of sap green, and some yellow, and some white, just to brighten it up a little bit in different spots. Okay, so let's just take a little bit more. I want the light to be over here. Trying to make a focal point. Now I'll do that when we get to the last step. Just adding a little bit of, so I'm just tapping very gently. I'm barely touching the canvas. Okay, so I'm just barely touching the canvas, bringing a little bit of lighter grass in here. I'm going to go back and get a little bit more green this time. Okay, just a bit more green. So you play with your grass until you're happy with it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just tapping around the grass. I don't want to spend, too much time on just the grass because there's so much more you can do. I'm just trying to show you that, the more layers you put on your grass, the more it values of the green color, the lights and the darks, and that it just gives it more of a grassy texture look. A little bit more of a realistic look. There's so much you can do with it. I'm going to just do this for now. I'm leaving a little bit of a dark center here just to make it look like there might be a little path there so that people are walking up to put some clothes on the line. So I'm just going to leave that for now, I think. Just add a little tiny bit of highlight down here. Don't want to add too much. We want the highlight to be in a spot where we're going to bring our eye to that corner of the canvas so that you can have a focal point. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that like that. And like I say, look up lots of videos on how to paint grass and practice them, and then you get the kind of grass that you want to get. Okay, so that's just a little bit of grass. Okay, good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make the little fence for our clothesline. We'll make our little fence, okay? And then we'll put our clothes on the line, alright? Cool. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a very small filbert brush. It can be flat, it doesn't have to be filbert. It's small so we can make those small rails, sticks, fence posts, whatever you want to call it. All I'm doing now is I'm putting some brown on one side, and maybe, let's see, how about dark blue and some green? Doesn't matter, as long as they're dark colors. And we'll just lay that in there. Just put your brush, it can be the horizontal or the vertical, and just pick a spot on your painting where you want your post. So your post is on this side, here on the right side, is going to be taller than the one on the left side. And let's see, touch and pull. Okay, that's one post. See how you get the brown and the dark colors? Okay. So I'm going to do another one, a smaller one, for perception, to make it look like it's a little further away. And that one's going to be a little smaller. Touch and pull. Make it a little crooked if you want to. It's only a little post. Okay, so that's that. Very simple. Same as when you make a fence. That's how we make our fence. We make posts like that, very simply. So the next step you're going to do is you are going to draw a line from one post to the other with a pencil. I just took a pencil. You can use chalk, whatever you want to use. And I'm going to take a very small, maybe my liner brush. Okay, so remember, the smaller the areas, the smaller the brush. So I'm just going to take my liner brush, and I'm going to take some white, and just to highlight that little there, I'm just going to gently bring a little bit of white on top of it, just to bring it out so you can see that little clothesline. It could be maybe the sun shining on it. So you can tap that on, or you can just pull it across. See, because you have it drawn, at least now you can get an idea of where to put that. Okay, so that's just a little highlight on your clothesline there. Excellent. Now you're just going to draw some clothes on the line. So you can put anything on the line that you want. Some blankets, you can put a quilt on there. You can put a patch quilt. Some people, when they do my art class, they'll put like a patchwork quilt. Okay, but I'm not going to do that because it'll take too long. And some shirts and socks and whatever you want to put there, okay? So let's draw out something. Let's draw out, how about just a, I don't know, a little, maybe it's a towel. So I'm just going to draw a towel. That's that. And then I'm going to draw maybe a shirt. So that's just a little shirt. You come down, give it a couple of sleeves, come over, a little sleeve, and up. And maybe some socks. So you just come down and over and down and up. And down and over and down and up. You see that? I know it's hard to see, but you can make it up as you go along. And let's see what else we got here. Maybe a blanket. Maybe a blankie. So just draw. It's only a square, really. You can probably put a little edge on it just to make it look, you know, not too straight. Maybe there's a pair of shorts down here. So look up some clothes and just take the shapes from that. Okay, that's all. I'm just going to put a couple little things in there just so that you can get started. And now, what are we going to do? So it's hard to see. I don't know if they're focused okay or not, but when we paint that, you'll be able to see them better, okay? So we'll just add some color. So let me see. Now get a really small brush. Maybe your liner brush would be good for this. A really small flat brush, or a really small liner brush. I'm just going to take some red, and I'm going to put some white in my red, because red is a little transparent, and some colors are transparent. You need to add a bit of white to opaque them. Opaque means that you can't see through it. And I guess some of you are out there going, yes, I knew that. Cool. So there's your red. So we're just going to make it a pinkish red, and then put that on the line. Nice sunny day. Nice day with a bit of breeze. Hang your clothes out. That's that. So you can pick any colors that you want. So I'm just going to put another one of those. Now that I got the paint on my brush, I'm just going to put that color on my blankie. I know, blankie. That's what you used to say to the kids when you're younger. Get your blankie. Okay, so I'm just going to make that. So just fill in those shapes that you made. There we go. And add a little bit of blue to that color. That color that you just made, add a bit of blue, and then you get a nice little shadow. Okay, so that'll give you a shadow. So put the shadow on the right. You know what? If the light is coming in through this side, then the shadow should be on the other side. So, alright, let's figure those shadows out instead of me telling you the shadow was in the wrong place. I don't want to stare you in the wrong place. So I'm going to go back over that color again, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Alright, so the shadow's on the other side, not that side, okay? That's what I'm thinking now, because I'm thinking that the sun is coming in from the right, and that's why it's hitting this grass here. So it should hit these clothes, so the shadow should be on the back. Because if the sun is hitting on the right of things, trees or posts, then the shadows will be on the opposite side, which will be the left side. Now what else can we do? Let's get some blue. I don't even clean my brush half the time because I like the colors to all mix together. It's really nice. Alright, so there we go. Blue. Blue shorts. And now you have it all drawn out in pencil, then you don't have to worry about, you know, getting it drawn out with your brush. Drawing with your brush, I find, is alright for mountains or some, you know, some big objects, but little things like this I think is good to draw with your pencil. Draw it on first, and that way you don't have to worry too much about it. Now, some socks. I think I'm going to have some yellow socks. I'm going to add a little bit of white to my yellow, because yellow seems to be transparent too. So I'm going to thicken it up with some white, and then I'm going to put my socks on there as kind of a yellowish color. That cad yellow has almost got a greenish color to it. There we go. So I'm going to add more white just to brighten them up for you. Okay, there we go. That'll brighten them up so you can see them. Okay. Now we have a little shirt hanging on the line there. I'm going to leave my brush dirty, and I'm going to put, I don't know, let's see, maybe some green and red together. Let's see what that comes out like. Green and red. There we go. Comes out darker red. Or you could have had a green shirt. Whatever colors you want, it's up to you. Whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it like that because I don't want to take up too much time. So let's highlight the edges of these posts. So we're saying that the light's coming in through the right, so we'll do the edge of the post as if the sun hit it. Even the sun might hit it a little bit over here. Like I say, you're not there, so you don't know where the sun is going to hit it, but we'll just assume, let's assume that some of the light is coming on this edge of the post. That's all. It's our painting, it's our world, so we can do whatever we want. We can have the sun come wherever we want to. Hey, we can have the sun hitting off wherever we want to. So let's just pretend in our little fantasy world that the sun is shining on these posts a little bit. Okay, there we go. While you got your liner brush out, why don't we dip into a little bit of brown, burnt umber, and put some clothespins on the line. Just tap brown here, tap brown here, tap brown here, tap brown here, tap, 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 tap. Now you get some clothespins. Very simple little clothespins, okay? Okay, I'm just, like I said, I'm doing a video. You take your time and get them done properly. Mine are, that's a little bit big over there, so, you know, but that's just an idea. Put some clothespins on there. Clean off your brush. Let's get some of those brightened up again. Brighten up that edge again. Add a little bit of white, a bit of red, white and red. Get that edge over here nice and bright. There we go. So you got the bright edge over here. Add a little teeny weeny itsy bitsy bit of blue to it to darken it up on this edge. Just so you can get two different values. That will give you the shadow. Good. A little bit of a shadow here. Okay. So I'll give you two values, and dark, and we get a medium value in here. We get dark, a medium, and a light. We get three values, and then it'll look much better. So the lightest one will be on the edge here where the light is shining on it. See? So with your three values, it gives it more of shape. So the same with the rest of your clothes. So let's go with darkening it up on this edge over here. That's your shadow. Then we get some medium, so we'll just add some red to it. To lighten it up there in the middle. So you have the dark and the medium and the light. Get some white and bring a little bit of a lighter color over here. So you have three values, you got a shape. Now, I'll get that straightened up for you. But anyway, make sure you got your three values and you'll get better shapes that way. Okay, so, yes. There we go. I'm getting it. So now we already have a really dark pair of shorts there. So we'll lighten that up. Get a medium value of your blue. So you already have your really dark. We'll get a little bit of a medium value going on here. And let's keep your shadow on that side. Go get your blues until it comes up. There we go. And then let's get our lighter value on the edge here. Alright, so there you go. So I'm going to leave these two. I'll let you work on those. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to do those flowers. Those flowers right here. Let's do a few of those for a bit of fun. So let's drag our brush. Let's see, maybe I'll get a long liner brush. Use a long liner brush. Okay. I got one here somewhere. There you are. There you are. Well, so you can get them longer than that too, so I might be able to get another one after to show you. But I'm just going to drag that wet brush. I didn't even tap it off. I just got it wet and I took it out. I dragged it through yellow and I dragged it through green. Green, yellow. Okay, so let's see. Let's put up as many of these little stems that we want. Alright. Okay, here's a long liner brush. We'll use that one in a second, but I want to see how this works out first. So, if you can see that, just take your liner brush and pull up these nice little stems. Pull them up. I've got enough paint, so you need lots of paint. Pull them up all over the place. You can even bend them to the left and bend them to the right. Okay, I'm going to try the long liner brush because that one doesn't want to do anything with me. So I'm just going to pull the long liner brush through the colors. See if that helps. Yeah. Now just pull it up. Good job. There we go. Look, there we go. There we go. So you pull up as many of those as you want, and we'll get our get our flowers ready. Pull up some more. Pull up some more. So it looks like you're going to have to go through some yellow. I'm putting a bit of white on there so you can see it. Okay. Pull them up. So pull through green, pull through yellow, and just keep pulling up those. And if you got to add a bit of white to it to get them to move and so you can see them better. So just pull up some more, okay? And pull them wherever you want. Up, up. These are getting ready for your flowers too. So put in as many as you want for your flowers. Add a bit of water to your brush if it won't move. Pull it through all the different 3 colors and get as many in as you can. There we go. Just a few coming in here. Hopefully you get a little bit of patience, because sometimes I tell you, you know, your brushes just won't do what you want it to do. It's like, please work, please hurry. So just pull up a bunch of these. Good. Up, 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 up. Good. So pull up as many as you want. I'm going to put the flowers on those, and I think then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to do one more video after this one so we can finish up. I'll put the flowers on these, and then we'll come back and finish this up, and then we'll do anything that we think we need to do, any touch-ups. And that'll be it then. So that'll be done pretty quickly. Okay, so let's do our little flowers. So take the same brush that you used for these posts, and you can put red on one side and white on the other. So red. So take your brush, and all you got to do is touch, 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 touch. Touch the pretty flowers. Now you can have whatever color flowers you want, okay? I'm just using the red ones for now. See? Pretty little flowers. Aren't they cool? You can have smaller ones. And you can also try different brushes, okay? So I'm going to try that little liner brush we had earlier. Just want to see what that will do. Okay, so it's a little liner brush. And you take some red on the top, on one side, and white on the other. And you can get these smaller little flowers. And just touch. As long as you just touch, then you'll get little flowers, okay? That any colors, just touch. 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 You can make them a little bigger by going side by side. And put some down here. Make flower here. And get some more white. So you can make big flowers like this too. Touch. Touch on either side. And that gives you a flower like that. Touch. 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 Touch all around. You get a bigger flower. You can have just white if you want to. Just white flowers. You touch side by side and you get flowers come out different ways. So that's that. And then you can get your small Bristol brush and put some white on there. Tap it on. A little bit of white, and we'll make maybe some of these little white flowers down here. So let's just tap that in just small. I'm barely touching, okay? Barely touching my canvas. Barely touching. Just to get some flowers. Barely touching. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm just touching some. Well, not bad. Alright, so just tap, touch, tap very lightly. And I think that should be okay there now. Like I said, you can work on your clothes more. I'm not going to work on them too much there now. We'll come back and we'll finish the little wheel. So next video should be finished, okay? But before I go, I must just try something. I really like blue flowers and paint these blue ones up here. So all I did with that was I took a bit of blue, tapped into some blue, and I tapped in some white to give it that lavender color. And a little bit of red too, you know, real lavender color. And just tap some white, and you get a bit of blue. And then you can just tap on some of these bluer colors. Whoops, I need more white. Yeah, okay, pretty. Just to give it a nice color. You need to put a couple down here if you want. Lavender, so pretty. Okay, I'm going to leave that. Put a little one there. Once you start doing this, you can't stop. So I'm going to let this one go, and I'll be back in a few minutes, or however long it takes you to get back to me, actually. So work on your painting, have some fun. You got any questions, just email me, Allison Prior @yahoo.com, and I will leave my email in my video. And you know, if you subscribe or like it, then you'll get some more videos. I'm planning on doing lots more. So anyway, work on this one, and I'll see you in the next video.